The Bloody Benders, also known as the Bender family, were a group of serial killers who operated in Labette County, Kansas, in the 1870s. The family consisted of John Bender Schur, his wife Mrs. Bender, whose first name is unknown, their son John Jr., and their daughter Kate. They are among the earliest documented cases of serial killers in the United States. Background: the Bender family operated a small inn and general store along the Great Osage Trail, later known as the Santa Fe Trail, which was a well-traveled route in the late 19th century. The family positioned themselves as helpful and hospitable to travelers passing through, which allowed them to gain the trust of their victims. Modus operandi: the Benders' modus operandi involved luring travelers to their inn and then robbing and killing them. They had a trap door in their home that led to a cellar, where they would hide the bodies of their victims. The victims were typically seated at a specific spot at the dining table with their back to a canvas partition, while one of the family members would strike them on the head with a hammer from behind the partition. The victim's throat would then be slit, and the body would be disposed of in the cellar. Discovery and escapement. Suspicion about the disappearances of travelers began to grow in the area. In 1873, Dr. William York, a prominent local physician, disappeared while traveling in the vicinity. His brother, Colonel York, organized a search party, and during the search, they came across the Bender property. They found evidence of foul play, including the smell of decay and freshly turned soil. However, the Benders had already fled the property by the time the search party arrived. It is believed that they had become aware of the growing suspicion and decided to escape before they could be apprehended. The search of their property revealed a gruesome scene in the cellar, with remains of several bodies buried there. Aftermath and legacy. Despite extensive searches, the Benders were never captured, and their fate remains unknown. The case attracted significant media attention and led to widespread speculation and theories about their whereabouts. The Bloody Benders story has become a part of American folklore and has been the subject of books, movies, and television shows. Their gruesome crimes have left a lasting impact on the history of criminality in the United States, serving as a chilling reminder of the potential for evil lurking in unexpected places. The motivations behind the Bloody Benders' heinous crimes have been the subject of speculation and theories over the years. While there is no definitive answer, here are a couple of theories that have been proposed. 1. Financial gain. One of the most commonly cited theories for the Bloody Benders' crimes is financial gain. The family operated a small inn and general store along a well-traveled route, which gave them access to travelers and their belongings. It's possible that the Benders saw the opportunity to rob and murder their guests as a way to acquire money and valuable items. The travelers who passed through their property were often carrying cash and valuable possessions, making them vulnerable targets. The Benders' trap, door setup, and their disposal of bodies in the cellar suggest a systematic approach to robbing their victims. By luring travelers to their inn, the family could assess their wealth and determine whether they were worth targeting. This theory aligns with the pattern of violence and robbery seen in their crimes. 2. Mental illness and psychopathy. Another theory that has been proposed is that one or more members of the Bender family had some form of mental illness or psychopathic tendencies. Psychopathy is characterized by a lack of empathy, remorse, and a disregard for the rights and feelings of others. If any of the family members had psychopathic traits, it could explain their ability to commit such gruesome and violent acts without remorse. Mental illness or personality disorders might have influenced the Benders' behavior, making them more prone to acts of violence. The combination of a deceptive facade of hospitality and their ability to commit cold-blooded murder could be indicative of psychological disturbances. It's worth noting that historical records from the 19th century are limited, and the exact motivations behind the Bloody Bender crimes might never be fully known. These theories are based on the information available and the patterns seen in their actions. However, without concrete evidence or the ability to interview the family members. The true motivations remain speculative. Here are some interesting facts about the Bloody Benders. Early serial killers. The Bloody Benders are often considered among the earliest documented serial killers in American history. Their crimes took place in the 1870s, and their story has become a part of criminal folklore. Family collaboration. The Bender family consisted of John Bender Sear, his wife, and their 2 children. The family members worked together to lure, rob, and murder travelers who passed through their inn. Trapdoor. The Benders had a trapdoor in their inn that led to a hidden cellar where they concealed the bodies of their victims. This allowed them to quickly dispose of the evidence of their crimes. Victim count. The exact number of victims attributed to the Bloody Benders is uncertain, with estimates ranging from 10 to 21 individuals. Due to the nature of the crimes and the limited records of the time, the true number may never be known. Mysterious disappearance. After suspicion began to grow around the Benders and their crimes were discovered, the family abruptly disappeared. They left behind their property and belongings, leading to a search for them that yielded no conclusive results. Inspiration for legends. The story of the Bloody Benders has inspired a variety of fictional works, books, movies, and TV shows, adding to their legacy in popular culture. Law enforcement challenges. The lack of advanced forensic techniques and communication methods in the 19th century made it challenging for law enforcement to solve cases like these promptly. The Benders' ability to evade capture highlights the difficulties faced by authorities of that time. Media sensation. The Benders' crimes captured the attention of the media and public, generating significant interest and speculation. The case served as a cautionary tale of trusting strangers and ignited discussions about crime prevention. Haunted legend. The property where the Bloody Benders operated their inn has been rumored to be haunted due to the dark history associated with it. These stories have contributed to the area's mystique. Limited historical records. The historical records of the time are somewhat incomplete and sometimes conflicting, which has led to gaps in the knowledge surrounding the Bloody Benders and their motivations. The Bloody Benders story is a chilling reminder of the potential for violence and deception, even in seemingly ordinary settings. Their crimes and mysterious escape have left a lasting impact on true crime enthusiasts and those interested in the darker aspects of history. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the intriguing tale. If you enjoyed this video and found the information fascinating, we encourage you to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on more engaging content.